You look younger. What the hell happened to you, bro? How do you look younger, dude? It's been 3 years and you look like a younger person.
That's when you stop stressing about podcasts. This is what happens.
Oh, that was it. It was the Bankstandin podcast. All that time and effort we were putting into the Bankstandin podcast.
Oh, big stressor over here. This is aging me a year, a month. It was crazy.
Dude, okay, I'm excited to find out what's been going on in your life, but I'm maybe more excited about that picture in your background.
Do you know that picture, right?
Yeah, I love it so much.
Yeah, it's a great picture.
I didn't know. Did you just print it off? Did someone sell that and you bought it, or did you just print it off?
Yeah. The guy who, God, his name starts with a V, and I can never pronounce it.
Was it Volkaban?
Yes.
Is it that guy?
That's the
V guy
and
who does the art.
He sold all of those on Etsy. I think it was Etsy, but
they're probably all gone, aren't they?
Probably not. He probably prints as on demand or something. Probably get one.
Oh shit. Okay. Am I in it? Did one of my characters make it in? I don't remember.
There's enough characters in there that no one ever knows who they are at this point that you could so say that that's one of, like, find a character, say it's you, and everyone will believe it. You'll be fine.
Well, and there's been enough cool stuff like the Peepo comics and shit where there's all the hidden gems, and then they like that. I know I've seen either like one or another of my characters in some of them, but I can't remember which ones.
Well, it's
obviously
funny.
I'm really humble, so that's the first thing I look for.
Dude, my favorite thing in here is Rakesy is in here. His character.
What's he doing?
He's just face down, ass up, face planted in the ground. That's him. He's just like
How
that.
do you?
Because it's his outfit. It's his like third age and blue party hat with green hair. Like,
why is he just?
I don't know. He literally responded to the picture on Twitter, like, just wondering, is this me?
He's like, I don't want to seem egotistical here, but that looks like me. I just can't fathom why the hell I'm face down, ass up.
Yeah, it's like, of course it's you. Why would it not be? Who else would that be, Rakesy? Get a grip.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Well, I think people are going to be a little shocked at the fact that, I mean, this is planned. This was the next scheduled Bankstandin. This was...
Yeah, no, on the last podcast, we cut that bit out, but you have us scheduling it somewhere on footage whenever that was, like a year or so ago.
June 13th, 2023. We're like, we'll see you then.
It's been on the calendar. It was just a long way away.
They're like, people are going to be weirded out at this point. It's going to catch everyone by surprise, but it's not catching us by surprise. So that's what we wanted here. It was going to be a big bang. It's like an artist coming out with an album. It takes a while. But
it's been really hard keeping this a secret.
Yeah, it has been a lot of. Dude, you've got a golden gnome in your thing now.
Yeah, the little guy. I have an alcove, and so he. Usually, I've got a light shining on him. Actually, that probably makes a bit more sense for a background. It's a little shiny gnome guy. Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's so good. Is that from the year? Is that from like?
That was the COVID year, the really
2021
disappointing one where it was not in person, and I was not happy about that.
Well, we had to record in person.
I know, but like especially coming after the 2019 RuneFest in person, where we literally it was like our table of all of the bros, and like 4 people at the table got a gnome. Everyone's cheering. It was just a blast. Dude. And then doing it, and then getting an email like, "Hey, if you could send in a video of what you would say if maybe you won," and I was like, "God damn it, that's so lame."
I didn't even do it. I remember that for that year, I won 2, and I didn't do either of the speeches. I was live streaming at the time, so people wanted to hear anything from me.
That was the 9rain meme face.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that was so long ago.
I know, dude. It doesn't seem like it, but that was 3 years ago.
Dude, that's crazy. And you've been doing like, you got antsy because you started going to other podcasts. I noticed. You started.
Bro, I didn't know what to do.
You're like, I'm learning so many things. I need to talk about them. I need to find an outlet to do this. And you just kind of invaded other people's podcasts.
Well, people kept asking me to be on them and be like, "Hey, man, we didn't really want you to be here. We just wanted another Bankstandin. So we thought instead we just make our own. So yeah, I'm Jimmy. I got a new podcast, brother. I'm a reg on Based After Dark.
Yeah, what's that about?
I was on Cast after making fun of him for a year.
Yeah, were you making fun of him for a year?
Well, I was making fun of him for not having me on. He would pull someone on like Will Idol, and I'd be like, bro, you got Idol and not me. And then like he'd pull someone else on and be like, what are you doing, Sebe?
Well, if it makes you feel any better, me, 0 podcast invites ever on the never.
That's probably because you don't answer anybody. You probably got like 9 friend requests in Discord that you just haven't looked at.
It's probably because they know immediately that it's not even worth trying. It's just, why try if you know I'm busy with my own podcast? I don't have time for that.
Dude. 1 podcast a year. Them's the rules. That's what the 1 in your name stands for.
You know the rule. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Damn, bro, you drinking out of a Buffalo Wild Wings cup now?
That's new. I steal them.
Yeah?
It's my thing.
Wait, that's actually from Buffalo Wild Wings, unpaid for.
Yeah, it's flipped around on the camera, but that is Buffalo Wild Wings. And
damn, dude.
Yeah, I paid for a drink to be inside of this, and then I took it with me and acted like I didn't know I was doing it. But I knew I wasn't really allowed to take them, but I took them. I always do. I usually do. They're great cups.
You took EM as in multiple them?
I've got quite a few.
I feel like I took them all. Yes. I grabbed an entire stack from in front of the lady at the counter and I walked out.
Yeah. You know what's funny is it does feel like I'm like thrift shopping or something when I do it. Like I get really freaked out. I know damn well that if anyone, even the fucking owner of the place saw me do it, they wouldn't really care.
They'd wouldn't be like, care. No.
Those things break all the time. Like they're plastic, they're cheap plastic things. We get them for 59 cents a cup. Who gives a shit? But in my brain, I'm like, we're going to get 86th. They're going to have a picture of my face in the back near the kitchen, and we're not going to be allowed back in if they see that I'm taking their cups. That's what it feels like inside as I'm like,
have you seen this man? They're like, wait, is that Jimmy from YouTube? What the hell? Why do you want it at our local Buffalo Wild Wings?
I just love the cups. I love them. I love the cups.
Man.
I can't get enough. I have a lot of them. I used to have a lot of them. This wasn't my idea.
Do you have a second setup behind you?
Yes. There's a long story behind that.
Okay.
So, as you may know, I moved to Las Vegas, Nevada, where I've been.
Yeah.
You know.
How long ago was that at this point? Like a year?
18 months. 16 months, 18 months ago.
Half? Holy shit,
yeah, bro. It's been a while. But anyway, it gets hot here. It gets very hot even. I'd go as far as saying really hot. And at one point, you know, I've got my PC set up and you know, it's getting hot. That thing makes it really hot. Like adds like 20 degrees to the room or something crazy like that.
So you thought what could be better than one space heater? Do space heaters.
Do space heaters. But the thing is that PC is actually not in the room anymore, and I have it running to a different room, and I have no PC in here right now. It's just monitors. And I got this idea because I posted on Twitter.
Wait, that's actually genius, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hear my PC.
I don't need the PC right here.
No. And you know, so I actually screwed myself because what I did is I went to Twitter about it, which is the worst mistake you can make, is going to Twitter about anything because everyone becomes like the whole Reddit genius thing. And I asked, I'm like, hey, is it a PC cooling thing? My room's getting hot. What do I do? And then a few little nerds in there, like these are my favorite type of dudes because they dive into things they shouldn't, and they know damn well they shouldn't. And their thing was Linus Tech Tips. They love Linus Tech Tips. That's their thing.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
And Linus Tech Tips has just thousands of videos that are so niche and specific to situations, and this was one of them. And he had this big elaborate thing where he was actually using new technology to run a singular wire through his whole house to connect his entire PC, like everything. So I'm like, well, I want to do that.
You just need one wire.
And so what it is, it's a Thunderbolt 4 cable, which is like the fastest possible cable you can have on the face of the planet. It's like what
goes through the cable?
Fast.
Words? Is it pictures? Like, I don't understand.
Like, everything goes through the cable.
I thought there were different cables you needed for different things.
That's
not
what I thought too. So the thing is I did it. I got this interface. I have it still. I use it. It's over there. A CalDigit. It's a CalDigit 4 or something like that. And I also got a fiber optic Thunderbolt cable, and it was long. It was like 100 feet, and it was very expensive. And
that sounds really expensive, bro.
And I'm like, well, I mean, it's for the setup. It's what I'm gonna do. So I had everything, and then it didn't work for the PC. It just simply didn't work, and I found out that it was because I was missing a connection. My motherboard did not have a DisplayPort cable, and that was it. That was the thing that was causing it. So I got a new motherboard.
Just a new motherboard?
Yeah. And I'm like, yes, this is what I needed, and I did it through that way. But what I didn't like is that even though I had all this new shit, fast, cool, new shit, the monitors would take like 12 to 15 seconds to boot up after the computer, and it would scare me a little bit. I didn't really like that, and sometimes there was like an input lag. It just, all the technology is not fully there yet, I don't think. Like,
right. Well, 100 feet. 100 feet is a long way for something to travel there and back and not have input lag. So.
Right, but that was the point of the optic thing, the optic fiber cable thing. Is that's supposed to be not a problem, but I think it was because of all the other hardware wasn't ready for it at that point. So I mean, it was like whatever. So I went back to my Twitter post and started looking at the replies, and like I was like, maybe I missed something that these guys had said, and I didn't miss anything that they said, but I did see what another person said for a new solution, and they go, well, hey, why are you trying to cool your PC? Why don't you just check out Mac Studios?
What does that even mean?
So let me see if I can point the camera over there, and then zoom in maybe. It's gonna autofocus me. Like right over there on my
okay.
So that is a Mac Studio, as the microphone continues to weasel its way in. You know like Mac Pros, like the big chunky Macs, like the big towers. That thing is more powerful than those, and it's like a fraction of the price.
PC?
Like, it's a Mac. It's a Mac Studio, an Apple Macintosh.
What?
I edit off of that now. I do all of my work. I record and everything on my PC, and then I take it on a hard drive, like an external SSD.
Yeah, just unplug and then replug.
Throw it right in there, and I get to editing. And I have a whole system. I have like a...
and it's just so powerful, it doesn't heat up or
doesn't
anything?
heat up. I can't
it's like,
believe
dude, this isn't even hard. Like, this is a piece of cake.
This thing is, it's insane that Apple can do the shit that they do. And then PC, it's like you can spend thousands of dollars building like the perfect editing machine. And it's still like, well, you need ice cubes falling on top of your motherboard to make sure it doesn't burn your house down.
I have that. I have those.
You have those, and a lot of people do. I thought I had them, and it just didn't work.
I actually have a conveyor belt of whiskey stones, so it's replaceable. And they just come in from the kitchen into here, and it's just a constant. It's really cool looking. It's actually pretty badass.
It seems
but
like
I think
you need
the stones slowly falling onto the GPU itself are bending it and damaging it in a way that I think will catch up to me in the future. But
You'll pay the price for that. You'll pay multiple prices for that, I think.
Yeah, dude, for sure. So you've got 2 PCs now, or a PC and a Mac.
Yes, 1 PC and 1 Mac. They said that you couldn't do it. It's always this war, you know.
A PC or Mac, and you're like, ¿Por qué no los dos?
Exactly, dude. No, yeah.
This is
peace.
Las
That's
Vegas.
All I know is peace in this household. I live in perfect unity with my 2 machines, and
cool.
It is quality of life just maximized. And I should have listened to that guy first instead of doing the whole one cable Linus Tech Tips thing. That cable is now sitting bundled up in the
closet,
waiting for technology to catch up to it, basically. Because what else am I going to do with it, you know? Just gonna sit there.
Well, I'm happy for you, man. That's cool.
Yeah. You got a desk behind, shelf. That's what a shelf is. It's behind you.
Am I in a different room than when we last did this?
Yeah.
I'm in a house now, Jimmy.
You're not in the apartment anymore. That's how different this is.
Oh my God.
You were in that house when I was in Texas, but we hadn't done another Bankstandin yet.
No. Jimmy, I bought a house. And
you bought a whole house.
This is my office.
Yeah.
And dude, that was so long ago.
It's been a while.
It's coming up on 2 years. I moved in late October, but I bought the place in September.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually went by our old stomping grounds maybe like about a week ago. Was running some errands, had to go out that way.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, used to live here. This is where I used to go. Get Einstein Bros and go to HEB and Chick-fil-A.
God, dude. You know what I think it was about that place I didn't like is it was right off, it was on that ranch road. It was on that highway.
Yep, 620.
620. And it was so busy all the time. And it felt like, that. I think it was a big reason why I didn't want to leave the apartment is because I was like, I don't want to go on the
You felt like you might never get back.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to just, like my first thing is getting onto a highway out of the gate. I don't know.
Yeah.
And granted, it's not the busiest highway, but it was still like hectic enough to the point where it was like,
yeah, if you left during like school traffic, it was pretty horrible.
It was pretty brutal. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff around. I liked that about it. Yeah, dude, I'm such a family person, and I hadn't been when I was in Austin. I had still yet to see any of my family members since COVID started. And it was like eating me up, dude. It was like destroying my mental. So I was like, I need to go home, dude. Like, I need to fucking see people that I raised me. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you go straight from Kansas to?
Yeah.
Because COVID had already hit and then you moved.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
Because I remember when we started Bankstandin, and it was like we wanted to just do something like this just for fun and to make money eventually off people. But mostly the first one, probably, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Probably around the same amount of those two. But you know, I was like, well, COVID's here, and you know, Austin's pretty cheap, and you're there.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be completely stranded. So I went there. It was fine. But it was just like, I'm in a long distance relationship. I'm away from family. The human brain, when you get lonely, you start isolating yourself even more for some backwards ass reason. It's just how the brain fucking works. And so it was just like, there's too many things happening there where I was like, I should probably just go home. I should probably go back to where I know for a little bit, like where I'm familiar with the streets and the highways, and I can go say hello to people that I've known for my whole life, you know, when I feel the need to. It was like, all right, we tried it. We tried it in Austin.
How much family you got, Jimmy?
So I've got both sides of my family out here, my mom's and my dad's, and my dad has 3 siblings, and they're all out here. And grandparents on both sides out here. aunts and uncles. Literally everybody is here now. So it's like,
okay.
I have a lot of family here.
There's a whole fucking clan, dude.
There's a clan.
Do they all look exactly like you?
They're all, it's just a bunch of me's running around. So.
When I go to TwitchCon, it's just going to be a whole bunch of people that look like Jimmy. I'm like, what the hell, dude? Vegas is crazy,
yeah,
dude.
don't try and talk to me there, because it's probably not me. It's someone else who looks exactly like me. You know what's funny is I actually just talked to General Sam the other day about TwitchCon, because he said that he's going to be demanding that he meets me here. And then he broke the news.
Yeah, he messaged me after the last one.
Oh, did he? Where was the last one?
San Diego. But I think I must have posted something on Twitter, and he was like, he messaged me. He was like, hey, man, I would have known you were there. We could have met up.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he was going to be there or not.
Yeah, I didn't make it to that TwitchCon. I did go.
TwitchCon, I'm going to be honest, TwitchCon sucks. The actual, like, I don't think I'll buy tickets this next time, but I'll definitely be going for other stuff.
Yeah. I feel like I have to buy tickets at least once.
Yeah, like the tickets are pretty cheap, so maybe I'll get like 1 day ticket and like go and just kind of handshake and. Yeah,
I feel like that's all you need to do.
I get so much sensory overload from conventions. Walk through the center of the convention floor, and I'm like, dude, I gotta go sit down and get some water. Like, it's so exhausting, bro. I don't know why.
Yeah,
it's just way too much stuff.
I feel you on that, dude. I get that way at the grocery store. I'm like, all right.
Yep, it's like a really big grocery store.
It's a huge grocery store, and everyone's sweaty and aching to meet someone for no reason. Dude, and you're just like, I gotta get out of here.
And I'm so frugal. I hate spending money. And like, I don't know what else you do there other than like buy things that you don't need, which stresses me out even more, because I'm like, I'm not even doing the thing that I'm supposed to be doing here. The whole thing is designed for me to spend money there, and I'm not doing it. And so,
it's not.
So I'll be going this next year.
I'll be going, but not going. It's smart. I went to my first convention when was it? End of March, April, beginning of April, to DreamHack at San Diego at the Expo Center, at the same place TwitchCon was, and it was like the same thing. It was like, did you go for like Valorant or CS:GO, or just to go in Rocket general? League, actually, but I didn't watch a single Rocket League game. It was just there to hang out. Who invited you to go see Rocket League stuff? Our manager, my manager Connor, he invited us out. He doesn't he work with a bunch of Rocket League guys? Yeah, his main thing is like Rocket League. Like him and his dudes have like a ton of like esports guys under them, and they've got the content creation and the esports side, and it was the esports side event that they invited us to. We're like, cool. Yeah, we'll go. We would probably know a lot of, or have a lot of people in common, or like acquaintances, because one of my twins' roommate from college was one of the first like Rocket League pros. Oh, really? On one of the first North American teams, and then another one of my roommates was one of their like mainstay professional casters. And then when I was working in LA at that esports studio, I think our first, or maybe our first big production and client was Rocket League, so nice. Knew a lot of Rocket League guys. Yeah, but that was a long time ago. Yeah, that was like 6 years ago though. So I don't know how it kept growing. Like it's growing, like it's bigger than it was. I don't know if it's growing right now, but it did grow. Like it kept growing for a very long time. Like it just, which was mind blowing to me. I mean, it's just car soccer. Which, I mean, maybe there's more to it than I know, but it's probably just ranks. Grinding for ranks is basically all you need for a game like that, and you've got any kind of rank or ELO system is like, it's addicting. Yeah, you just want to get your number higher than everyone else's number that you know. Yeah, in a very aggressive, angry way, and it makes you want to play for hours on end. Bro, what have you been doing lately? Have you been playing games? Have you not been playing games? If you've been playing games, what are they? So, World of Warcraft. Lately. Yeah, lately. Huge. Like you're in deep. deep.
Oh, okay.
So it started as an idea.
I know. I think I saw a stream or something, and I think Flutton put out a video, like Hardcore Iron Man.
Yeah.
Do they actually have that game order, or did y'all just kind of say we're doing this?
No, there was a big trend going on. They were about 4 or 5 years late to the party, but someone made their equivalent of like a RuneLite plugin that basically tracks accounts and groups as Hardcore Iron Man, and like will tell. It has like a verification system and everything, which will like, you know, it'll verify whether you're still actually hardcore, if you died or not, and it's like if group Hardcore Iron Man and RuneScape was like 1 life per group is what this would be. Like the second anyone dies, it's over.
Okay.
So we tried that, and now Blizzard is actually implementing an official hardcore mode because of how big it got.
Interesting.
But I had this idea to just try World of Warcraft as like someone who's never tried it before all this. Like this was like a year ago where I had been like, all right, I kind of want to do this. This would be a fun idea. I've always wanted to try it. And then I was just kind of pushing it off a little bit because I just couldn't find a good time to do it. And then I noticed all the hardcore stuff start. And then I asked Jake 8sat. You know 8sat? He
I don't know him personally, but I know
you know
who he
of
is.
him, yeah, thumbnail guy, and he just started streaming and everything, and he like grew up on World of Warcraft, but hasn't played it in 10 years, and he made a vow to not play ever again. And
oh, good.
So I asked him, "Hey,
You're
do you
like,
want to
you must
play
forsake
with
your
me?
vow.
Would you like to play World of Warcraft?" And literally within 0.5 seconds, he immediately replied, fuck yes, right now, let's go. And then
okay,
he introduced me to World of Warcraft, and I thought we had it bad explaining RuneScape to people, like explaining like there's old school and there's RuneScape 3, and this one's like what most people play. The old school one's what most people play, and it's from like 2007. But this was it's the new one, the one that
theirs got a little more complicated a couple years ago.
Yeah, so we've got 2 to explain, and they've got 3 to explain.
Right, because they re-released. I played when I was still out at our apartment complex. A buddy of mine, when they re-released Classic for the first time.
Yep.
And my buddy who grew up playing WoW was like staying with me for 2 weeks. And so we just played. He was a priest. I was a warrior. And so he just pocket healed me as I ran around and like kited shit. And it was very fun. I actually had a blast being in the game.
Yeah.
And like listening to the music, talking to people, checking out what the NPCs were up to, running around in the mountain range. Like it was so actually really fun, dude. It was really fun.
It's great.
I actually kind of got like a taste of, I was like, oh, this is why people became the kind of super fucking crazy nerds that they were.
Yeah.
When you heard about World of Warcraft people like disappearing into it, I was like, you could disappear into this.
Yes.
I never got that with RuneScape, obviously.
Yeah.
RuneScape, you're like, how do I get in? What is it? It's so flat.
Yeah.
But no, WoW was that was fun. And so we played, I think we leveled up to like 30. And so it was that was a good experience. That was really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they I guess
but you were saying
like...
so that they re-released that one, and then then they started doing the expansions, and then some people were like, fuck this, some people were like, nah, and so did they release it again? And then keep that one pure?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know the whole
Which
timeline.
one are you playing? 1, 2, or 3?
I'm playing 2. I'm right in the middle. I like to... Okay. So this is the best way I could put it in RuneScape terms. Is if we came out with Vanilla 2007, like when that first came out in 2013, right? Like old school came out. And then 2 years later, when everyone was like, you know what? It actually was in 2007 I liked. It was more like 2010, 2011 with those graphics and everything in the game at that time with like Wild Gothic Sleeps and all the prayers at the time. And then they were like, fine, we'll put that in too. And then they put that in, and then they start releasing like updates that happened, like nothing new, nothing innovative.
Right. It just, you're playing through the timeline again.
Yeah, that's basically what that is. So there's classic where nothing's changing, that's where everyone's playing hardcore.
Okay.
And then in the middle, I think is where a lot of players are right now. That's where we're at. We've noticed like I don't know how truly active it is. I don't know the history behind it, but plenty of players are on that version where we are. And then there's retail version, which is like their version of RS3.
They're a million years ahead. It's all crazy.
You can't even get into it as a new player. Like I tried. I was like, I'll go see. Well, it can't be that bad. And I went in and it was that bad. It was like, okay, there's no way that a new player's liking this. Like I don't like this. I even learned the game first a little bit there, came here, and I still was like, fuck that, not doing it.
Yeah, huh?
So I don't know. It's a weird situation. But
I'll say before I played Classic, I actually had played before. Two of my it was a couple buddies. There were like 4 or 5 of us. When they released some expansion that apparently it was one of the first ones where they were like, we're going to give you a max level character so you can just play the expansion. They were like, you have to play this with us. It's going to be awesome. It'll be perfect. And I loaded in on a like 120 with 400 abilities. And then they were just speed running. Like they're like, okay, we're killing this thing. We're clearing this thing. I'm pulling this over here so we can clear this to it. And I'm just like, I've never had less fun playing a game. You guys are ruining this. It was so bad. That lasted about 2 days, and I was like, I'm out, guys. Not my thing. But that was retail. That was on retail.
Yeah. I wonder
I don't know how many years ago.
How RuneScape 3 community would act, because generally, from what I see, aside from like sometimes on Twitter, RuneScape 3 community, even on Twitter sometimes, is pretty like open to weird updates. And I'm really curious, with all like microtransaction stuff considered, how they'd react if they were like, all right, on a new account, you actually have the ability to buy max combat. We're going to give you the option to buy max combat. And then you don't have to, you can skip all that leveling up stuff. And you can just get straight to endgame. Because that's what WoW did. Granted, completely different environment. It's all based on like the raids and everything. But like
people would do it.
People would
absolutely
1,000% do it, dude. Like that. Yeah. That's insane. Like I mean, you immediately destroy.
I will say, me and Avra and Ingus played a double XP weekend in RS3. This was maybe a year ago. I basically got max combat in 2 days. We just went to these like dungeons. What are they called again? Like fucking, it doesn't matter. We went to this underwater dungeon, and I was getting like 100,000 experience drops. And then I was like, and giggling because it was so stupid. And so we got multiple 99s before the double XP thing ended. And we were like, all right, well, okay, we'll get them next time. And so it's not that hard. Like, but it would be like you would be saving like 20 hours. I don't know how long it takes to max, but it's not very much.
Well, did you see any of the Fresh Start World stuff with them when they were doing that?
No.
Oh, dude. I made a whole video essay on it because I dove fucking deep into it. Like, I got like 14.99s or something like that, like from level 1.
I remember seeing your videos. I have not. I don't play RuneScape, bro. It's so funny. Every time, dude, people keep asking me. I keep getting these conversations where people are like, oh yeah, man, like how many hours? Like we got some gamers in here. How many hours you guys? Because I went to Base Tennessee, that's what it was, and everyone was like talking about how many hours a day they play the game, and people were like, I'm kind of casual, 4 or 5, and so people were like, yeah, I play like 9 hours a day, but there was times when I was playing like 12, 13 a day, and I'm like. I was like, maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do like 3 corrupted gauntlet runs, and then I'll be like, I fucking hate this, and I log out. Maybe.
Dude, yeah, no. If I play, like I recently, I just did, I came
back. I see, you keep fucking sending the prop hunt videos, and I was like, this is as close as Jimmy's getting to this game right now. It's just, when I saw my 3rd or 4th prop hunt video, I was like, brother ain't playing game for shit.
Yeah, and it's so nice because people love those, and it's like, I don't have to do anything. I just reap the benefits of this thing that Idle made.
I know, dude.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I know, dude. Idle making a prop hunt video, getting 20 12K, you release some stupid promo video, it gets like 300, and you're like,
$500,000 real quick. Oops, oopsies.
Oh, I guess we'll just upload 3 more of those.
Yeah. And we started recently. We started getting like more innovative with it. We actually played so much last time that like I have this stockpile of footage from us playing because we started doing speed rounds and like making new game modes within Prop Hunt, and like there's a lot of potential for it because it's so unique to RuneScape that it's never happened before. So,
and it's such a perfect game for it because of just the graphics. So everything looks shitty and out of place a little bit. So
yeah.
You can be a coat stand in the middle of Falador, and you're like, well, that could be real.
Yeah, it's fun. It's funny that you're saying, or they were saying 4 to 5 hours of RuneScape. I recently. I took a really, really long break from by release because it was right after I started training for Song of the Elves, like getting all the 70s. And then we put out the first Prop Hunt video. And then I also had all these video essays that I wanted to do. So I just took like 4 months off of just like not logging into by release. And then recently went back in and started playing like, 4 or 5 hours a day to get the requirements, get it done. And then I did Song of the Elves, and that's like gonna be the new episode. And I have so much backed up on that it's gonna be like an hour and a half long episode. And I'm now again not playing the game because I'm just editing.
You have too much footage.
I have way too much, and I have to put it all in one video. So I'm like, well. And it's going to be this month that I have to put it out. So it's like, wow, definitely not going on the game to go do a fucking farm run. Like I don't care. And other than that, like that, I don't have a reason to go in and grind right now. Like I don't have a reason to go on my main account and go do TOA again. Like what reason do I have? There's nothing to accomplish. Like for my mind, that's the one thing World of Warcraft has shown me. If like the way they have it set up there is like, they don't have their version of like infernal capes, but they also have a lot of shit that you can work towards, not even just at max level, but all the way through. You have items that you can go and work for at dungeons and stuff like that are specific to your class, to your play style.
Right.
And it's buying on pickup, so you can't go buy it. Like you can't, it's untradeable. So
yeah, they did really like sprinkle uniques throughout the game. I remember even going and grinding a couple of the early game like raids to get a specific, I don't know, piece of legging or shield or axe or something. We went and looked up guides and stuff to see what the best in-slot item was for this level. They got some cool stuff. It's they've also got ancient stuff. Do you remember way back in RuneScape, like, way back, fucking, I don't even know how long ago this would be, 2006 maybe, where you'd get advertisements on the side of websites for RuneScape gold guides. It wouldn't be to sell you gold. It would be to sell you like a PDF document of a guide for making RuneScape gold in game. Yes, dude.
Dude, WoW still has those. People are still selling guides on how to potentially make money and level up fast in the game. Right now, like for Classic.
How has everyone not figured it out?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're just blocking it behind a paywall this whole time. Like I don't understand what it is. Like I don't get it.
I also don't know how. Wouldn't it just take one person buying it and being like, "Now I'm just gonna share this with everyone for free"?
Yes, it would take that.
But no one's done that, I guess.
I don't know. And
I've never watched World.
So WoW has the whole like add-on things, which is RuneLight. It's basically just RuneLight. So imagine if RuneLight devs put their shit in, like, and then gave you a sprinkle of what it is, right? But then they're like, but to get all of it, you've got to pay me, and you have to pay the devs to get the full plugin and all of it. It's like if Quest Helper only gave you free to play quests, and if you want the members quests, you got to pay a one-time fee to the dev to get all of the members' quests in your plugin.
I gotta be honest, that's pretty smart. I bet the only reason RuneLite and other plugins haven't done that is because that would be against TOS and they'd get totally knocked down by Jagex.
Right. Yeah.
Or they would have done that for sure.
Luckily, with that one, it is essentially their version of Quest Helper. Just kind of, I mean, it's kind of just like, here's the efficient things to do in order of what to do. And that's basically it. It just pops up on your screen. So it's less helpful than Quest Helper is, but you still have to pay for it. And they someone did just buy it and then was like, yeah, fuck you. And then they just gave the like files you have to copy and paste in so that it just unlocks it for everyone immediately. So it's like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's
good
funny.
Work.
Okay. Yeah. That checks out. That sounds exactly like the internet.
Yeah, it sounds like the internet.
Yeah. You're trying to sell this to me? Nah, fuck you. You're selling it to 0 other people. Here it is for free.
Congratulations,
here it is, everybody. Enjoy your shit.
Sale. First and last sale. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's not even about being generous. It's just about being resentful and be like, fuck that guy who thought he could sell something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Dude,
Damn,
what gaming have you been doing? Have you been doing gaming? Just nothing?
So let's see. I have killed the red dog deer 840 times. And it didn't give me the thing that I needed yet. Because all I want to do in the game is get the bow, go back to Chambies, get Augury, go to the Inferno, get the cape, and then quit. That's all that I want to do.
You want to quit?
Well, no, like finish Iron Man.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Just stamp it, be like, we're done with the series. Then I can do whatever I want. I can just stop playing, or I can just, who cares?
Yeah.
I want to finish White Wolf, but I was thinking through what feels good and how I would finish the series. And there's 2 things I can't do on White Wolf I must do these 2 things before I end the series. One of them is get an Infernal Cape, so I can actually have like a good max setup, and so I don't look like an idiot running around. But I can't get the Infernal Cape on White Wolf until I do it on Iron Man, because I need that story of me getting my first fire cape with the items that I earned myself on my main account, where I go play the game and beat it for the first time. And so this whole corrupted Gauntlet thing is just kicking my ass. And so anyways, I've been doing that since September, and that's why I'm not playing the game. And I just do a couple runs a day, and then if the game's not going to give it to me, it might be a year before I come out with that video, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you've been there before. I mean, it's like, this is not the first or even second time this has happened. And it's like, why do I keep doing this? why would I continue to do this to myself? It's like, all right. Well,
yeah.
RNG's fucking you.
And I'm not that kind of guy. Like, I know some people be like, yeah, well, I sat down for 3 weeks and got 2,000 KC, and that's what it took. And I'm like, I can do that, dude. I don't know what kind of life that is, but ain't mine, brother.
No.
So I have not been playing the game. I keep trying to get back into PvP to get warmed up for the whole White Wolf thing. Not having any fun doing that. I just can't. It's not fun. PvP is just not fun right now. And so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And so haven't been gaming very much. Been doing a lot of IRL stuff, taking care of my house. I'm getting into gardening. I'm like growing shit. I'm dating someone, which was new. I was single the whole time you were here. Yeah. My girlfriend moved in with me, so we're like doing stuff together. What else? Been traveling a lot, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Not playing RuneScape too much.
Hey, this sounds fun.
I will tell you, the first, I had a YouTube channel before this one. It was a League of Legends channel. So just for shits and giggles, like this is my 5th season doing, I don't know if I ever told you about this. I'm doing like a beer league for League of Legends.
I remember when you used to do that.
Yeah, we're doing another one. And so just for shits and giggles, I started recording some of me and my buddies' games while we're playing. And it's honestly hilarious. You know how you just get a certain group of people in a call and everything's funny? Well, so I've been recording and making League videos that I haven't put anywhere, but I've just been making them because they're fun. So I was actually doing that earlier today. I was editing some League videos, bro, and they're hilarious, dude. I actually thought, and do you know what's actually really funny? One of my buddies who is on my team, I didn't know this. He was just a friend of a friend, and we started playing together. And he was a good player and was like funny. Sometimes you can tell like, this person's would be good in a video. They have that they can roll with the bit. They have a good voice for it or whatever. He's been the like secondary cast in like 2 or 3 other League of Legends YouTube channels. And so like he's like been like the 8 sat or the Strange Love or the somebody in like a whole bunch of other stuff. And so now I didn't know that until I was already like, damn, this guy's like a great dude to have in a video. So we started doing stuff with and recording videos and putting him in it. And then he was like, yeah, man, like I think we were playing a game and someone was like, hey, is that Dr. Elo? And I was like, did you just get recognized? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, for what?
Yeah.
And he was like, one of my buddies used to do League of Legends and I was always in his videos. So I was like, huh? And so anyways, I was like, they should be saying that about me.
Yeah.
I was like, how did you get recognized? But anyways, he's I've been that if there's a game I've been playing, it's been that. Making League videos. We'll see. Part of me is like, dude, honestly the chemistry is so good. I could just get anybody to come edit these videos and throw them online and throw them on TikTok and it would do really well.
Yeah.
So I might just do that because this would be like low hanging fruit. We're fucking hilarious, Jimmy.
Yeah.
So might do that. And then I
just thought of something. I thought of a reason. I thought of a really good reason of why we didn't do these anymore is Tro. We can blame him because he went Hollywood on us. He went Hollywood on us, dude.
What do you mean?
He started charging a lot of money for editing.
Oh yeah? Did he?
He started getting way too good of jobs.
Yeah,
he just was like, well, I'm not doing these fucking things anymore. I gotta do real stuff.
I remember that. Yeah.
He
kind of blocked
edit
that because it was so...
Dude, he couldn't edit my main channel videos anymore. Like, we didn't give him much for these, I'll be honest. Whatever, you know. Yeah, do it, Tro. But main
channel... Are we gonna have him edit this one?
No, we can't afford that. We can't
Do you think he would do it for free? Do you think we could trick him into doing it for free?
Okay, now we're on to something. I think we might be able to trick him into doing it for free.
Yeah. Well, like say he could be in the thumbnail or something.
Yeah,
and be like, yeah, Tro, you could. It's like you're there, but you're not.
Yeah. I do have a new Tro though that we can his name is almost Tro. It's Trout, and he's my new editor for Side Channel. And he's got a lot of potential. Let me tell you something. This dude, I found him so under the radar. I found him trying to impress a Rust creator that wasn't noticing him, but I fucking noticed him and I got him.
Okay.
And I got him, and he is good, and he does.
Because if he's trying to do Rust, you got to be good.
Yes, you do.
They're good.
Yeah,
they're very good.
He is a typical Rust player, dude. He is like screaming into microphones, but then calm and collected in Discord calls. Like he is like
it wasn't personal, but he's an absolute rodent in the game.
Absolutely, yes, he is.
He's got a bit of that Eastern European in him, you know.
A little bit of that, yes. Yeah. We gotta not give editors good opportunities because if they're good.
They're getting uppity, Jimmy. They're getting uppity.
We can't let them shine too much. You know what I mean?
It's all about not letting them know their true value.
It's either that or we stop crediting them and we just pay them and they don't get to have their name anywhere so that they can't get discovered and they stay working for, you know, as low as possible for the benefit of us.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to keep finding new ones because we're giving them such good opportunities to build their portfolio up. No more portfolios. No more editor portfolios, please God. We can't afford this anymore. We don't have time to look for new editors because you guys are too good.
Speaking of, Tro actually started putting out World of Warcraft videos on his RuneScape channel.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
Yeah, I just remembered that.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's going. I remember seeing one like a year or two ago. Like it was a long time ago. And they were getting some traction.
I'm gonna look it up.
And I like them because I like Tro's stuff. Tro. I'm gonna look this up too.
Oh, he's playing the new retail. Well, that was 3 months ago. He hasn't posted for 3 months. But yeah, it did look like he was getting some views there. It's good.
Rank 2 H pal explains why you can't heal. 47K.
He's rank 2 H pal. What is H? I know paladin. I know paladin. I don't know what H means though.
Holy paladin?
I think you're onto something like that. That sounds right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just guessing, dude.
Oh wait, he's not the rank 2. He hired the rank 2. I just looked at the title before that. Oh. I'm not.
Okay, I was like, dude, I was gonna say, this guy's pretty good at that game, I guess. Nah, yeah. He's bad. He's paying people who are good at the game.
He's using his money that we gave him, and then his future clients gave him, and now he's hiring World of Warcraft professionals. So, good work, Tro. Doing great.
But I don't think I've been playing any other games.
No,
just occasionally Corrupted Gauntlet. I'm not even playing RuneScape. Just Red Prison. And then occasionally League of Legends. That's it.
Yeah.
I will be releasing. I think I'm gonna actually start 2 more channels.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do
2 more.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another gaming one that I'm not editing, or that I'm just partially managing. That's like a side channel. And then I think I'm gonna do a music channel.
Yeah. The music channel is a power move, I think. Definitely.
Yep. Yeah. I won't talk about it too much because things might change, but pretty quickly I'm going to start working on that. The first video should be out. Well, I won't put a date on it, but
yeah,
sooner rather than later.
Dude, I'm curious to see how your journey with the second channel, like of having someone else edit, was going to go, because I know that when it comes to editing, your brain works a lot like mine in that no one edits better than we do.
I know, dude.
And I need to see that project file before it goes up, and it turns into me just editing a lot of it. And
yeah, well, so I actually did. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, Jimmy. My last video on my channel, I didn't edit. I mean, so everybody knows this. When I released it, it's one of those Max Omega Pegasi edited it, so that wasn't a secret. At the very beginning, it says edited by so-and-so.
Yeah.
We went back and forth on that thing. First of all, it was kind of an interesting process because it was hard to get something that felt like a 9rain video without a whole bunch of me doing everything.
Yes.
So I don't know if I'll do that again on main channel. I think he did a really good job of making a different style of video, but it wasn't a 9rain video.
Yeah. I
mean, I'm in it, but it, you know what I mean? It just didn't feel like an Iron Maiden video or whatever. He does a really good job. I don't know if he plays other games or, for example, if you're going to do League of Legends, you have to know the game pretty well or you won't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
You could edit to audio and edit to clips and funny moments, but it's also worth knowing what the hell is going on in the game. So if I was going to do League of Legends stuff, I would have to find someone who knew what the hell they were doing in the game. I don't know how good Max is with the game. There is no better example in my mind than Charborg for someone who just knocked it out of the park with their second channel.
Yeah.
That brother, yeah, he nailed it, dude. It's
yeah.
Isn't it smashing his main channel at this point?
Yes.
As far as views and everything,
he doesn't even use his main channel anymore.
I know,
yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Well, his editor who does all of that is also Flutton's editor now. She's under the same management group, and so all of her stuff is through that same guy, and he is amazing. He is one of the. Well, the thing is he runs half the company basically. He's doing the managing and the editing. He's crazy.
Wait, so he is editing as well?
Yeah.
Oh, because I've spoken with that guy.
Oh yeah, the Creators
We
Club
talked
guy?
like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, Slip. He's dope, man. He is so good at putting a story together, which is so underrated. Like as a thing you're able to do creatively.
That's like the most important part, bro.
It's the most important part, and it's the hardest part of the whole thing.
And you can't like. You're right, and you can't teach it.
No, you can't. You can't teach it.
It's not like cut here, edit here. Yeah. Here's some. This is a J cut. This is a no cut. Here's some good tips. Here's how you cut the audio. Here's how. It's just like, can you tell a good story? And they're like, I don't know. It's like,
I thought we were editing. I'm not a storyteller. What do you want from me? That's what most editors are. Is they don't think about story. You can add as many sound effects and crazy zooms as you want.
Dude, that's the crazy thing when people talk about editing is they think, like, I see so many comments on YouTube videos where people are like, oh my God, the editing was really good. And all that they meant was like, there was a lot of like cartoon sounds and like zooms and shit and like cuts to memes. I'm like, that's so low hanging fruit. That has nothing to do with like the skill of knowing what to put in, what to not put in, how to contextualize it and tell a good story. I was like, dude, that's so much harder.
It is.
Because when I talk to people about my job, that's the part that I'm like, I don't really know how to tell people how, like, they're like, oh yeah, so you like, you know, how did you learn the software and what, you know, what makes it, like, how did you practice like learning these new editing techniques or whatever? Like, it's not about techniques. It's not about learning the software. It's not about hotkeys.
Yep.
It is 90% of it is the story.
Yeah. A great example of this is Settled. Settled used, I taught him Premiere before Swampletics, like I think it was before Swampletics the movie, so not the finale, but his second to last one. Everything before that.
Wasn't like Camtasia. He was doing some
Camtasia. Yeah. Yep. Camtasia at 30 frames per second.
Right, because that people don't care if the story's good. If it's 30 frames per second. The amount of people that have sent me like bullshit stuff about like, hey, try these settings, or like this is a way to change your game client so it looks 10 times better, or this is a way to get more whatever for you. I'm like, it's RuneScape. It looks terrible and nobody cares in the first place.
Yeah.
If you have good audio quality.
Worry about all that later.
Audio quality, important.
Yeah.
It could look like a shithole with a big watermark over it, and if the story's good, that's it.
Yeah.
You're probably on the second monitor to begin with, like nobody's looking over there.
Yeah.
It's like, is the story good? And damn. So how's that going for Flutton?
Really good, dude.
Yeah?
I always told her, I'm like, people think you're hilarious. Just make videos and see what happens. And she was like, obviously she's doing like the Tile Man thing on RuneScape. And she asked Settled beforehand if she could, you know, do I have your blessing, you know, whatever. And but she's doing it in a funny way instead of, you know, a Settled way. So it's just it's two completely different things with the same idea of tiles being unlocked. That's the only thing they share. And people fucking loved it. Like, it's crazy. Like, because the story is great, because it's set up great and they work together really well. And they're able to form a story out of linear progress.
Wait, so this dude is editing her RuneScape videos?
Yes.
Does he play the
RuneScape.
game?
He plays RuneScape.
Okay, I was like, I could not imagine editing a RuneScape video if you do not play the game. Yeah. I was like, holy shit, no this guy is like a wizard, dude. Yeah. What kind of dark sorcery did he get into?
Yeah, there's no way.
I was like, how the fuck is he doing that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
RuneScape editors are a very unique set of people. Like if you're able to edit a RuneScape video into like a coherent story, you know what's going on. Like that's a hard thing to do. But I don't know. RuneScape stories. How many more can we have?
I don't know. I keep thinking they're done.
I know.
I don't know how farther you can break the. We've done tiles, pixels. I guess pixels.
We can do pixels. We can start doing pixels.
How else do you chop it up? I don't know. What else can you lock? Skills, maybe? Is that interesting? Probably.
I don't know. I mean, dude. I mean, I don't know what people expected. I mean, we should talk RuneScape on this podcast. I don't know what more you want.
yeah.
All right. What is going on, dude? What is this game done soon? Do you think in the next 2 years?
I hope so. I hope so, dude. I hope the people who still enjoy it can keep enjoying it on their own, like a little single player game that it is for them.
Yeah.
Love that. I want it to die. I want it to die.
Do you want it to?
I want RS3 to die. I think they should go try and make an RS4. That would be cool and interesting. I just want new stuff. I want polling to be gone. I want them to stop begging the community to let them make the next update. Don't care. I want there to be some surprise and some mystery and some wonder. I want to go explore a world that's not completely figured out. All that. I had so much fun relearning the game 2018 to like 2021.
Yeah.
Because I left for like a decade and a half and came back and there was so much new shit. I hadn't even been to Zaya until the Twisted League released. So it was basically like a completely new map.
Yeah.
I was like, this is sick. That's what we need. We need new maps. And by that, I mean like, give us like 3 new continents. Like, fuck it. I don't care anymore. The game is so boring to me. I don't care about a +1 bonus. I don't want Torva. It looks terrible and it's dumb. Like I'm so over that kind of end game. I learned Tob and it was fun learning Tob. I got 30 KC. I'm done. I don't really care that much. It's not gonna ever get a scythe. I don't care.
So there's a tweet that I saw that got a decent amount of traction. I want to know your opinion on it. It's from a cold one.
Okay.
He said, game-breaking bugs every update, rushing and pushing for new updates ASAP, obvious bot farms on all front pages for bosses not being banned, obvious bot farms with 200 mil in their respective skill not being banned. Carlyle Group is bolstering numbers to sell the company. Is that it's obviously it's a conspiracy theory a little bit there. There's a little bit of that, but is he wrong?
I mean, I think the accusation at Carlyle Group probably doesn't make any fucking sense. They probably haven't looked at RuneScape other than like a number on their spreadsheet of like money in, money out for since they bought it.
Yeah.
I here's the thing. I think most of the time you can contribute to incompetence what most people contribute to malice or like in other words, most conspiracy theories are just a whole bunch of people accidentally being stupid and then really smart people finding patterns that don't necessarily exist.
Yeah.
Is there some conspiracy? Are they trying? No, I don't think they fucking care at all. Yeah. I think they just got RS3, which is a decent cash cow for how much they're putting into it. I think they got OSRS, which they're just going to ride out till it dies. That's it. That's it. Are they trying to sell RuneScape? They probably don't fucking care. It's just printing money with like zero effort. They're not paying anybody at the company very well. Yeah. So it's not like nah, dude, nah. They're just chilling. Yeah. And if there's bot farms and buffed up numbers, it's because they don't really have the manpower or the incentive to really deal with it. So they don't.
Yeah. It's just very weird. I can never figure it out. I can never get a grasp on what's going on at Jagex.
I don't think they know. I don't think they know. I don't think they have any idea.
Anyway, I have a good way to cut back into the.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
One
Okay.
sec. Stay there.
Oh, there's like a physical comedy going on here. What's going on?
All right, man. You want to meet someone?
No way, dude. Dude, is it a little rat guy?
No, it's
wait, dude, it's a prairie dog, bro. That's not a rat.
It's a prairie dog.
Why do you have a wild animal in your hands, dude?
His name's Larry.
I didn't know you could own those.
Yeah.
Dude, hey, Larry. He's so
cool.
cute. Bro, okay. I have to meet Larry. Look at him. Look at him, dude. How long have you had that?
We've had him about, I don't even remember. It's like 4 or 5 weeks now.
Do you need like a really big cage with a lot of dirt in it, or is he just happy in a little, basically like with the rats?
So we'll make their cage a little bit bigger, but
dude, Larry wants to communicate with me.
Yeah, he does. He's so vocal, dude. I don't know if you heard him a second ago, but they do this little like Yahoo thing, like when they're excited to see you. And he every morning he just like when we come out of the bedroom, he's like doing his like Yahoo noise. It's so funny, dude. It's like the cutest thing ever. And he's a menace, dude. He's a maniac. He's funny. We got two of them. The other one's sleeping. He's like a big. He looks. The other one looks.
It's Larry
like
and who?
Grub.
Yeah.
He's a good little guy.
Hey Larry, dude.
He's so cool.
So, but is this like a Las Vegas thing, or
no?
Or are you allowed to just own prairie dogs? And keep
these
them as
guys. These guys are actually from Texas. They're
dude. Got a little yeehaw in them.
Yeah, he's a crazy little guy. I don't know, dude. They're like the best fucking pets ever. Like they like being cuddled. Like they cuddle with each other, and they like being pet, which is like we're not used to.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him. He just was. He's just. Jimmy, there's a wild animal just crawling on you.
He's a wild animal. Yeah. They're funny.
That's sick, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. So this has been our life recently. Is these guys? Flood made an Instagram for him. She's been doing Instagram stuff for him.
Is it 4 rats?
3 now. One of them passed away.
No. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
It's okay. Dude, the one that passed away, her name was Tex. She was our first rat, and
I remember Tex.
We got her from she was gonna be snake food basically. So
okay.
The way we see it is we gave her a dope rat mansion life and expanded her lifespan by about 2 years. Because she was about to get eaten by something the next week.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Whoa. Don't eat that.
Okay, so 3 rats and 2 prairie dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's next? Dude, you could just get more and more rodents. You could just pile on the rodents, dude.
I could just keep getting more rodents.
What's the difference between 7 rodents and like 12, you know? Is that much more work?
5.
Maybe. Yeah, that is the difference. That's how
I'll go put him back.
Okay. Bye, Larry. Good to meet you, Larry.
Let's see if it focuses on little Larry first.
You'll have to cover your face. Yeah, there it is. Oh my God, look at him.
I'll go put him back. Cool. I'll be right back.
Bye, Larry.
So I guess I have one more pretty big announcement that I figured it'd be a good place to announce.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Is this? But I'm a married man.
What?
I'm a married man.
What do you mean?
Me and Floodden. We're married.
You are what?
Yes.
Did you just elope? No ceremony or what? Or did you have a ceremony?
We had a ceremony. Yeah.
Was it just what? When?
This was in August.
Yo, dude, what?
Yeah.
Congratulations, dude.
Thanks, man. We just kind of kept it on the lowest of lows.
I guess you kept it on the down low, dude.
You know, we just didn't want to make it into a big thing, and you know, didn't want to. Hey
Sick,
guys,
bro.
Hey Twitter, we're married.
Dude, you can have sex now. That's awesome, bro.
Dude, I'm so excited for that to happen.
That's big, dude. Wait.
I feel like it should have happened by now.
I was like, wait a minute, bro. That should have probably. Well, you'll figure it out. It's fine.
But you know,
oh good.
Best.
She can still smell the RuneScape on you, so it's like a bit of a girls operate off of like olfactories and like a little bit of sniffy sniff.
Maybe I still smell the RuneScape on her since she plays it infinitely more than I do.
yeah, that RuneScape stank. You know what I'm saying?
She plays it in front of people still, which is insane. Playing that game in front of live humans is...
Oh, you mean like streaming?
Live
or
streaming.
Do you actually mean like where people... Okay, I thought you meant like people come over...
They gather around and watch her play the game. Nah, more of a Twitch thing. Twitch will be dead soon, probably.
You think so?
No, but... You know, some of the internet does foolishly think that. but it's just like hopeful. It's hopeful, wishful thinking. I guess
I'd be happy to see it die.
I would too. I don't know who would.
And that's just I want to see what replaces it, and it's probably not Kick.
No,
Kick has its own little niche for like pretty much gambling.
Yeah,
like let's just be honest. Yeah. I'm happy for the people that switched over for not gambling.
Yeah,
fair enough. I feel like Twitch is annoying enough that in itself is a good reason to just like switch. I don't even think you needed a good reason to switch to Kick. There's a lot of good reasons to leave Twitch.
There's a lot, yeah.
But you know, I also would just be fun. I feel like the internet could use a little bit of like, whoa, Twitch is dead. What the fuck's happening? Where do we go? Like,
yeah.
In fact, I would love for Twitch to die before the next thing came along. Like if it just fucking died. Yeah. If Amazon's like, nah, fuck this. That guy who's running it, he called my wife a bitch. We're canceling the project. And they just shut it down. No good reason. Twitch is gone and everyone has to like fend for themselves for a while. I mean, not that I wish that upon the Twitch streamers that that's their career, but it would be pretty cool. I think
it'd be pretty cool.
Like there'd be some cool Asmongold video about it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that's
I fucking love Asmongold, dude.
He's the best. Can we just talk about Asmongold for the rest of the?
I could talk about that guy for a long. I don't know why. Oh my god. I gravitate towards him so much, but he's just so nice to listen to.
I also don't know why.
Yeah.
I think it's actually part of it is he doesn't try to like play ball and just be what he thinks other people want him to be. He doesn't like pick a team.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of makes up his own mind about stuff. And so you never really know what his take's going to be. So he always says something interesting.
Yeah.
Something will happen. He'll do the video and he'll say a couple things in the video where you go, that's really a unique way of looking at that.
Yeah.
And so, and he's just really reasonable and, you know.
Yeah. He'll say some stuff sometimes where I'm like, okay, all right, I can see it.
Not sure if this is a bit or not, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just like as an example of that, he said something great, and again, this is a stretch of a metaphor here, but he's like. He was talking about, it was something to do with like a cult following, you know, people tend to gravitate towards a personality online and they suddenly start believing everything that comes out of their mouth and they follow everything that they say. And he's like, well, I don't want anyone to do that to me. Like for me, like you shouldn't do that. Like if you like McDonald's and you go there, you don't order everything off the menu. You get the things you like and you pick those. And just because you don't get those things, like just because you don't like everything doesn't mean you just hate McDonald's or you don't like McDonald's or you can't relate to McDonald's. You just get the things you like. You shouldn't be taking the whole menu. That's unhealthy for you. And he said that. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, it's a weird comparison to like following.
Like, but that's pretty good. Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, sure.
And some people, you can tell they eat too much McDonald's and they should probably try other stuff.
They should. It's very important to try other things.
When they're buying the shirts, you probably shouldn't be wearing a McDonald's shirt.
Yeah.
Or a Buc-ee's shirt. It's a gas station. It's a good one. Not that cool. Do you have a Buc-ee shirt, Jimmy?
No.
Thank God.
I do not. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. I was just going to say something. I don't remember what it was. Shit. I'm pissed off.
Did it have to do with McDonald's or Asmongold?
No. I mean, I guess there was a McDonald's thought in there about people wearing things, being fanatics for McRibs. Do you know McRibs? They're like seasonal.
Yeah, wait. It's because they're seasonal.
Yeah.
It's like Dead Man Mode people. If they had it all the time, no one would care.
Right.
But because it's seasonal and it's totally discontinued and is never coming back, then they care.
They care. Yeah.
Wait, isn't there a Dead Man Mode world that's been open since forever?
I don't know.
Couldn't you log into it right now? I'm pretty sure there's always one world that's Dead Man Mode.
If they opened it up, but yeah, I don't think they'd close it.
What's everyone bitching about? Just go play that.
I'm sure it's
That's
fine.
That's the same. Just go fucking play the game.
Well, I made a video a really long time ago, and I talked about this just a little bit about how like it was about the next RuneScape game mode. It was before Fresh Starts came out, but I was talking about Deadman worlds and like all these crazy updates that people talk about, like these experimental things. I'm like, just throw them into a fucking Deadman world. Just do all these experiments inside a Deadman world.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Have people try out the content. It's a PvP zone for the most part. And then, you know, you can get cosmetic rewards and all that. People would go and do that. Like, just try it out there. Don't, like, commit to a league that might suck. Try it there first. At least, you know, PvP people can't say they're not getting new content because they're constantly getting new content. It might not be very good, but they are. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Throw it in. See what happens. I don't know. Just my idea. They're not doing anything with that server anyway, so might as well.
Speaking of leagues that might suck, how complicated is the next one gonna be?
It's so complicated that they're not even gonna make it.
Yes. It's just Tile, man. They're like, we're calling it Tile League.
You're gonna
one word.
We came up with this.
We had some boys in the back crunching the numbers, coming up with ideas. Big old whiteboard. You unlock tiles as you play the game.
yeah.
It's a league.
Yeah.
So
there's been speculation that they're just gonna rerun Trailblazers, which I'd be fine with.
That's the one that they should do.
They should
I
do.
think that's a decent idea.
Trailblazers, dude. They should have a really seasonal Trailblazers, in my opinion. Like
we should definitely do another rap song for Trailblazers Part 2.
Yes, dude. And
we'll
then
just pick a different genre.
Put it on Spotify. They'll still leave it off.
Jimmy, we could do that the like West Coast fucking Will Smith style hip hop version that never happened, bro. We can do that.
I was just thinking about that the other day, dude.
I know, me too. I was trying to tell this, dude. I was trying to tell someone about the story of how I sent that back to you. Like you did a version, and I sent it back with me rapping.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air
in West Philadelphia, born and over it, and then you were just like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you."
Yeah.
I was trying to tell that story to someone, and they were just looking at me this like blank stare. I was like, "They're not getting it. They don't see why it's funny. It's funny because it sounded like Will Smith, but then fuck you."
Yeah,
and it just didn't work.
It's a hard one to explain to people, I guess, but it was funny.
There's a lot of layers.
Yeah.
But we could do that. We could do the like. What a weird time that was, because people talk about the initial snowflakes. They talk about the what the chunk man phase. They talk about the tile man phase. No one talks about that weird 6 months to a year where a bunch of RuneScape YouTubers were rapping in their videos.
That's right.
I think because even Will Idol was making rap songs back then. Tedious like did one. I think a couple other people like started.
Only Trails. I was in an Only Trails rap song.
Right.
Yeah.
I was in 2 other rap songs, dude, where people asked me to do a bar or like do some lines or something.
Yeah.
That's weird that happened.
It was a phase, dude. It's a phase. There's phases. What else? What other phases have there been? There's been the Blender thumbnail phase.
The Blender thumbnail phase.
Huge phase. I don't know if it's. I still see people do it a little bit. It's not completely gone yet, but I hope it is soon. It needs to go.
Yeah.
That needs to go. What else have people been doing? What?
Shit. That's fun. For those of you listening on YouTube, what other phases have there been? And I want to hear the little ones too. Like maybe it was just a couple people did it, but I bet there were some like real small, funny niche things that like went through the RuneScape community.
Hold on one sec. Hold that thought. I gotta call my house agent. We're waiting to hear back if they signed the thing, if they're accepting our offer or not. So I gotta.
Oh shit, that fast? Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, one sec.
Oh, your offer was accepted. We opened escrow.
It was accepted?
Yeah, we opened escrow.
Nice. Let's do it.
Yeah,
woo!
Jimmy got a house, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah, bro. House.
I'm gonna go let Nicole know real quick. One sec.
Yeah, dude, sick. Wait till he finds out about property taxes. Hell yeah, bro.
I already know about property taxes. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. Congrats on the house, though. I don't know.
Thanks, man. Dude, do you ever feel like you're not an adult still? Do you ever feel like maybe it's because our job has always been like, towards video games, and I guess it's like I I don't know. It's hard to feel like we've ascended to adulthood, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, well, no, all the time. I have older siblings. My older brother's 10 years older, older sister's 7.
Yeah.
And so I remember watching all of them and their friends be 30 and then be 35 and then be 40. And I was just like, they totally got it figured out. They're full-on adults who do everything perfectly and orderly and everything's kind of checking boxes. Turns out that's not the case for anybody.
It's not.
So
they don't, and no one knows what they're doing, I don't think.
Yeah. But especially when I was in my late 20s, I felt like that all the time. Just being like, dude, when you start feeling like an adult.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, starting to feel a little boomery.
Yeah.
I do. What happened was late last year, I got my bill for my property tax, and I saw how much the itemized line was for Austin ISD, which is the school district that my house is in. And it's a dog shit school district that I hate. And I saw how much I was paying them, despite the fact that I don't have any kids. And certainly if I did, they wouldn't be going to Austin ISD. And I saw that number and I got fucking mad. And I had like an old man fit about property tax. And at that point in my life, like that evening, I kind of like was sipping like probably a coffee, black, and was just like, oh, okay. I'm there now.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. And then like I noticed nice kitchens or I went over to my brother-in-law's the other day and complimented his fence and meant it because it's a nice fence. And I was like, okay, I see. I was like, I guess at some point you really do start just being that way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I guess so. I catch myself in things like that sometimes, like when we're driving and we mention like, I don't know, trees we're driving by or like a wall or something that we disagree with. I don't know. It's like, why did that come out of my mouth?
What kind of opinion was that? Yeah.
Why am I thinking about that? I could be thinking about anything right now.
I was eating some breakfast at Kirby Lane. This was a couple months ago. And some kid like did something where they like were sitting at the bar next to me and they did something and like some food went all over. And I was like, hey, watch it, kid. Like, hey, kind of like hey, don't do that.
Yeah,
come on, settle. He was roughhousing, like kind of like playing around. I was like, hey, don't do that. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. And I was like, okay, I'm that guy now. Like I've just started doing things where I notice it later and I'm like, that's some old man shit.
Yeah.
So
you can never get rid of the beard if you're gonna do shit like that. I think if you were clean shaven and you said that, he would have just looked at you funny, ran back to his mom, and then you would have been talking to the mom. But since you had the beard, that's authority and respect.
I know. He just said yes, sir, and I was like, okay. I wasn't until I thought about it later. I was like, I don't really mean to do that, but yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it was probably good for him not to be throwing food at the table. So.
Yeah, it's probably really good. Yeah. It's very rare. It's rare that he said sorry, sir. I feel like that's
I know.
It's rare now.
That's why I was so taken aback. I was like, whoa, dude.
Like, whoa.
Settle down.
Who taught you that? You're
like, I'm not mad. Like, fucking relax, kid.
Yeah. What do they call it? Just like the TikTok generation? Is that who these are now?
I pity them. I don't look down upon them really as much as I just pity them.
Yeah.
They were dealt a shit hand, and that shit hand was TikTok shoved up their asses from the times they were like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
They're doomed. I don't think they'll adapt the way that we had to adapt to the internet, and it was slower for us.
Yeah.
And so we had time. I think they're going to ruin everything.
I think
it's
so
not
too.
really their fault.
It's not.
We gave them this thing, and we're a part of the problem. Actually, I don't have a TikTok. Do you have a TikTok?
No. I made a TikTok.
Not a part of the problem.
I made a TikTok a few months back to tell someone to take my fucking video that they're taking credit for down.
Oh yeah.
They were just taking it. So if they gave me credit, if they were like, Jimmy, YouTube, whatever, fine. I don't care. You're not making money off of this. You're just giving me free viewers.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were hiding all information having to do with me and just putting captions and shit as if they made it, I was like, no, I don't like that. So I made it and commented like, hey, you should probably take this down. It's me. And then
hey, it's me.
And they did.
That's
within
me
an
in the
hour,
video.
It was
I'm
gone.
the guy.
It was all gone. His whole account was like delete, because he had like 3 or 4 up, and that was all he was posting. So. Okay.
He was probably a big fan and was so embarrassed. He's like, I caught me stealing. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was interesting. I told people on Twitter about it, and they're like, why would you tell them to take it down? It's free publicity. I'm like, it's not publicity if people don't know what it is they're watching. Like, they can't do the publicity part of it. So
right, and if they already knew who you were enough that they go watch it, then they already knew who you were, and it's not publicity.
Yeah.
They're already a fan. They're already watching your stuff.
Right. It was funny. It was good. It was good looking at the comments, be like, I know you're not stealing from my man Jimmy. Like, it was like, that's cool.
Yeah. Fucking rando TikTok guy got your back. You're like, yeah, dude. Thank you, Steven432.
Yeah,
hell
dude.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was nice seeing that. I don't know. I guess TikTok is a good platform to try and like put things on, but I don't know. I don't know much about it.
I will be going down that road with the music channel.
That's a good idea.
The content really lends itself a lot better than RuneScape stuff does, or at least this style of stuff that we're doing on RuneScape. And so I'll be making myself go down that road. TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook, whatever they have, and YouTube Shorts. So
yeah,
that'll all
YouTube,
be on
I was
there.
just gonna mention YouTube Shorts. What is your opinion on those?
Now that they have the little like tab for them and they market them separately and it doesn't fuck up your homepage, I think it's worth your time.
Yeah.
I think Idle and Zoe do a really good job of them. Zoe Pancakes, Will Idle. I think they do a great job.
Yeah.
Just an example of like RuneScape stuff. So
yeah,
I'm actually gonna meet Will I've already met him in person, but I'm gonna see him in Denver in like a month.
Is he a Colorado guy?
Yeah, he's a Colorado guy. So me and Bree are taking a trip up there, and we're swinging by Denver, and so then we're gonna spend a couple days in there.
Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun.
I don't like Denver, but it'll be fun probably.
Yeah. Yep. I'm doing 2 Vegas trips. One in September, which is a bachelor party. Probably won't have any time to say hi. But
Fine.
TwitchCon, I will see you.
Yeah, you'll see me there. Everyone will see me
Yeah.
TwitchCon, dude. I gotta make an appearance for that. I only go to the strip like once or twice a year if I have to, and that's
I've actually
one
never
of them.
been.
No,
I've never been.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's fun with friends. Like obviously it can be fun. It's just extremely hectic. Like it's very organized, but also you feel like you never know where you're going or what to do in a way, no matter how much I used to work there. I used to work on the strip for 3 years, and I would still, every time I go down, well, I worked at the Bellagio and I worked at the Luxor doing, one, I was a pool attendant and then a lifeguard and then a pool manager. And then that was before college. So it was a long time ago, but I got to know downtown really well. And, but about as well as you can know it, because it's still just confusing and always changing.
Were you like really tan and people called you pool boy?
Yes.
They're like, come here, pool boy.
Dude, I was at Bellagio. Yeah. I was called boy in an aggressive way once, and it fucked me up, dude. I was like, there's no way that dude just had the audacity. Like, I was 16, dude. I was 16.
Damn,
and it was
bro.
it was over a table being moved, like a little table, like this big, like nothing on the side of his chair. And I was just like, sir, are you using this? Like, we have a guest that over here, like an elderly guest. What's this? And he's like, that's fine, but I need another one in the next 10 minutes. And I took like 20 minutes to get it because it was a fucking Friday afternoon at the pool. And he saw me walking by, and I was on my way to go get the table. He saw me walking by. He goes, boy, where's the table? You said 10 minutes, I'd have a new table. I'm like, no way this guy's upset about this right now. Like, this dude just got caught with an escort by his wife or something. Like, this dude was not having it. Like, oh my God, I almost quit, dude. I was like, I'm not cut out for this. There's no way. But I stayed.
Dude.
I stayed. Shouldn't have. That wasn't a fun job. They actually made, that was when I was 16, and they made it so you had to be 18 to work the next season, so I didn't get hired back. Yeah, too young.
That's
for that.
rough.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we don't know how to tell Jimmy that we don't want him back. They're like, I have a great idea.
Dude, that's
He's
what it
gonna be
felt
17 this year.
Honestly, how I took it too. I was very upset about it. I was like,
Oh, that's funny.
yeah. So I downgraded to Luxor, and it was way more chill there. It was like, I got written up. I don't know if I've ever told this story on here. I got written up for drinking water at Bellagio in the 100-degree heat in Las Vegas. I was drinking water in front of guests, and I got written up. It was a real story that actually happened.
In front of guests, Jimmy, that's
I took
completely
a sip
unacceptable.
Of water. Yes, I was, feeling extremely dehydrated, even sweating.
Could it be the desert?
It could perhaps be the desert and the 5% humidity. Yes.
Is that what did it? The desert was what that caused that to happen.
My cup of water was nearly evaporated.
I see.
I had to act fast. I don't know.
Yeah, you can see it, the water level just.
Dude,
you're like, oh.
Fuck that place, man.
That's how you know the water level is getting lower, is the pitch is dropping.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's doing the thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, that place is insanity. Like I'm
gonna call a kid there boy. I'm gonna call him boy, Jimmy. When I go for this bachelor party, I'm gonna call him boy, and it's gonna be even more insulting because I'm 31.
Yeah.
So you don't get to call people boy until you're at least like 65.
Yeah.
And then they should really deserve it before you do something.
What's fucked up is that guy was definitely like mid 40s. Like he did not meet the
he was not
criteria
there
for
yet.
boy. No,
Okay.
absolutely not. No. Well, the thing is with Bellagio guests is there's like two types of people that visit the Bellagio. There's like the type of people who save up like years and years and years to take a Vegas vacation at the Bellagio and like spend a week there. And like, they saved up money so that they could spend money, but they're not going to be like throwing it everywhere. So like, but they're chill, they're nice people.
They're really happy and like grateful to be there.
Yes. And they'll tip and they'll be, happy that you're helping them. And they're like, this is what I paid for. This is my experience. This is great. And then there's the people that are like the boy guy who are at the Bellagio once a month.
The boy guy.
Yeah, the boy guy. He's there once a month or something. He doesn't care. He's throwing money, but he's not tipping. He's just a bad dude. He's gambling probably. Maybe lost a lot of money gambling.
Probably plays RS3 because it's easier and he can pay for it.
Yes, he's monetarily way more off. He's way better off. He's doing great in that sense. Every other sense, not so much. And it's scary to work around people like that. And there's a lot of them. We worked. The pool deck is here. You walk upstairs, make a right, and there's Tiffany and Co. And that's expensive. It's very expensive stuff. And one time, this guy came down. He walked by. He went up. He goes, "I'll be right back. Something great just happened." Comes back down like 30 minutes later with shopping bags of Tiffany and Co. full of like jewelry and shit he bought for his wife, and goes, "Yeah, I just made a bet. This is great. You guys want to see all this?" And he starts laying it out on our pool attendant desk for all the girls to come and gawk at. It was wild. Like the fact that this guy just spent more money than we'll make combined in the next 10 years and just spread it out on a desk in a public pool area. Like, and that wasn't even like the craziest flaunt of rich there, dude. Like people would just toss money around in the pool and shit at women and all. It was weird. There's a lot of different genres of people that stay at the Bellagio, but they all share the thing in common of having too much money to know what to do with. A lot of them.
Maybe I'll go people watch at the pool someday.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you should, but not for too long.
No, yeah. Yeah, it starts pulling you in. You're like, oh God.
You don't want that.
I can feel myself becoming tan and weathered and angry and bring me that table, boy. And you're like, yeah.
So I want to know real quick about this other podcast you're on. What's the deal with that thing? How often is that? Are you guys on a schedule? And what do you?
I think there's 7 or 8 regs. But not everybody shows up every time. It's usually 6 people on the cast. so very different feel, obviously, than something like this. It's more just kind of like shooting shit and like popcorning around. People kind of jump in, or you'll sit and listen for a while, kind of let the conversation go. It's once a week. I think we have off this week, and I think I make it to about every other one. So it ends up being a kind of an every other week thing for me. They really like scheduling. The hardest thing for me is they schedule very late in the day.
It's like late in the day.
Sometimes, like, well, late at night. Like they want to start the podcast at like 10 p.m. I'm like, bro.
Well, is it the whole after dark thing? Isn't that their...
Yeah. Yeah, well, they used to do it even later. They used to do it from like 1 till 4 in the morning. And then when it became clear that it was going to be a regular thing, people were like, we can't do this regularly. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I was up at 5:30 today, bro. Like, I ain't doing a podcast at 10.
Oh, shit.
And I don't normally wake up that early, but sometimes I do. And it's like, so that's been the only, if I had a complaint, it would be the scheduling. But that's everything.
Yeah.
In YouTube. The
scheduling
complaint is
sucks,
like,
dude.
Scheduling. So,
yeah. I think
but
my
it's a great group. It's very fun.
Yeah. It looks like you guys have a blast on there. It's fun. But I think my biggest thing with podcasting in general is setting up. I think that is like 50%.
Well, it stops you from doing it?
It's yeah, because
I
think it's easier now, I guess. Like I was able to set this up pretty quick because I have it more organized, but I remember back when we were doing it, it was like the most stressful time setting up and getting things prepared.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I often think it would probably be worth my time and money to buy a completely other setup to always have set up, so I don't need to move things around.
Yeah.
From when I'm doing like this perspective that I want right here with the camera.
Yeah.
And then have a tertiary setup if I need to go film some other stuff or like an ad or whatever.
Yeah.
Would probably be a worthy investment because it's not like that much money if you compare it to like sponsorship revenue and the cost of doing business and all that stuff. So
yeah.
Yes, the setting up is, I hate it.
It's tough.
But right now, my only thing that I move is the camera. And then I have some tertiary lights, but I have the one key light. I have one of the ring lights that I finally got. And it's just always there and I never move it.
Nice.
And my God, Jimmy, is it worth the money to just buy a couple other things and like not move my setup every time? Because I'm the same way, dude. I'm like, I will literally cancel something because I'm like, it means I have to move shit. Yeah. I hate that.
Yeah. I got like new lights. It's like that newer brand. They make everything for cameras and lights and stuff. And they actually have amazing key lights that I didn't expect to be this good. And they replaced my old ones. And I got it for green screen, but they're actually...
Do you have soft boxes? Or light boxes? Or do they not need them?
These don't need them because they're LEDs and they have adjustable dimming and color and all that. And it's LED, so you could do more than just like light colors. You could do purple and green and shit. But I used to use soft boxes, but those are like, I mean, you can't really control them as much.
Right. And they're fucking big, so your setup has to, need the amount of space you need behind your desk or whatever is like way more than I anticipated. Yeah,
I don't know, but if I had a place to just always keep them, like right now, I can't keep my setup how it is right now, so I have to move it when we're done, basically. The lights are fine, but it's like the camera, dude. The camera's a struggle. That thing, I don't know where to put that fucking thing. I don't know how streamers do it.
My stand is so fucked too. It took me. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Because why would I even complain? I need to solve the problem and buy a fucking new stand. I don't know why I'm complaining.
Don't buy a stand, dude. Buy an arm.
Or an arm. Yes, dude. Arm. Stands are for pussies.
Yeah. Arm all the way. Anyway.
So basically what you're saying is if people subscribe to the Patreon. Does that even exist?
No, I deactivated that so people weren't just giving us money for nothing. Yeah, I deactivated that.
Okay, that was a long time ago, right?
It was a long time ago. Yeah.
But if people donate money for gear, maybe we do this again.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. You know, I think what really started this is I was like, you know what? Tired of all these bullshit podcasts. We're the good ones. We're the good one.
Yep.
We need to make a comeback. People deserve this. They need it. And people love listening to us complain about shit. And
I have been asked to do another one of these 1,000 times since the last one.
yes, yeah, me too.
By one person.
Oh, really? It was just
1,000
one.
times. Yeah, it was just one guy. So I mean, there's not really a demand for it. It's just the one guy. No.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I'm kidding.
Maybe in my head.
Like, yeah.
Have I just been making this up that a lot of people ask? Or is it literally just one guy? I don't know.
It's just the same guy over and over. Please, Bankstandin, God.
Yeah.
I've listened to all of them 17 times. I know every Tro joke in the entire podcast.
Hello, they're not done. They're not done. I don't know where that came from. Oh, I mean,
all right, Jimmy. Well,
yeah,
I gotta bounce, but we'll put another one on the books. Could be a month, could be a year, and we're not gonna tell you
yeah,
when.
bitch.